Good afternoon, I'm Malcolm Jordan and this is your Midday News Fix for Monday the 24th of November. The Prime Minister isn't giving much away about expected upcoming major RMA and local government announcements. A policy proposing ways to cap council rates will go to Cabinet before Christmas under Minister Simon Watts. He's also expected to unveil plans for some degree of council amalgamation. Chris Luxon says they're imagining a future world where 40% of consents won't be needed.
I think we need radical simplification, ultimately, to get rid of the bureaucracy so that we can get things done and built.
A belief that National's first election promise is off course. Chris Luxon's pledging to progressively lift workers' and employers' default KiwiSaver contribution to 6% each by 2032. Small Business Voice Managing Director Max Whitehead says National seems to forget that KiwiSaver comes from earnings. He says 97% of our businesses are small, many shutting down.
The focus shouldn't be on KiwiSaver and proportions of earnings. We need to get these earnings up. We need to get our productivity up.
Auckland politicians and organisations are calling for a compassionate approach, not punitive, to the city's housing crisis. An open letter is criticising the government's proposed ban on homeless people in the CBD. It pushes for the return of emergency housing, funding for outreach services and more public housing. Waitemata Local Board Chair Alexandra Bonham says our current approach wastes human potential every day.
There's one member of the Street whānau who was in the Paralympics, won gold. There are others who are poets, others who have worked in film, others who've just had a couple of awful things happen to them.
The US Secretary of State is hailing progress in discussions hoping to end war in Ukraine. European leaders are criticising a proposed 28-point plan backed by Russia that includes Ukraine ceding territory and reducing its military. In Geneva, Marco Rubio says negotiators have made tremendous progress.
We arrived here today with one goal, and the goal was to take what is 28 points and try to narrow the ones that were open items. And we have achieved that today in a very substantial way.
Kiwi shoppers are being urged to consider shopping local this Black Friday week. Data from accounting software platform Xero suggests 11 billion could be injected into small businesses each year if consumers diverted just 10% of their spending away from big retailers. Xero country manager Bridget Snelling says local retailers have lots of good deals on offer.
From Black Friday through to Boxing Day, retailers are feeling the pressure to discount, to have items on sale and to attract purchasing.
Applications are now open for the new Business Investor Visa. Investors can put $1 million in an existing business as a 3-year residence pathway or $2 million for a 1-year fast track. Immigration Minister Erica Stanford says opening the door for overseas buyers means local jobs can be protected. To sport, golfer Gino Titakun has won the LPGA's season-ending Tour Championship in Florida, earning $7.1 million. Dame Lydia Ko finished in a share of 41st. Italy have claimed a third consecutive Davis Cup tennis title, beating Spain in the final at Bologna. Christchurch has been called in as a host city for the League World Cup next October and November. And Premier League football leaders Arsenal have beaten Tottenham Hotspur 4-1 at home. I'm Malcolm Jordan. That's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update at 5 p.m. from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.